All right. Good. Let's see. Let's get started here. Give me a second. You just get on Twitch and on YouTube for comments and stuff. Give me 1 second. Why is there no thumbnail over here? Every time, like there's not every time. It's sometimes you have no thumbnail. Like it just doesn't populate the right way. I don't know. It's weird. YouTube is fun. But I guess we have 33 people here, so I appreciate you guys. 5 likes. Make sure you guys hit the like button as soon as you get in here. It does help out the channel, helps out growth, all the different stuff that we want here. What? I'm just talking about YouTube over here. Can't wait for Zelda 2. Me neither. I think Zelda 2 is gonna be great. Now I haven't really been a fan of version 2s before, but when they become like more of a necessity rather than just like, oh, I'm gonna decrease my supply or something like that, like this is a whole new situation where you're improving the likelihood of success, of growth, on the ETH chain. So it's definitely something that I'm excited about for Zelda 2.0. And everything they have coming for them, with all the connections that they already have in place, and the different steps they're going to take in order to make this thing, not only survive through any type of bearish momentum, but, be a large mover within the bullish momentum. So I'm hype around that. Hey Maddie, good morning. How you doing, Fabian? Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Good morning, Matt. Good morning. Did you know Moon Rabbit token? I did not know that token. What is your thoughts on Moon Rabbit token? I mean, I can always give my opinion, but I haven't even settled it in yet. So we're kind of waiting for people to get in here, settle in really nicely, and understand where the markets have been. Because I didn't make any videos yesterday. I was going to, but I had the kids with me all day, so and I had to go to the dentist, so it's not. Yeah, I didn't really have time to do anything. Is there an official date for Zelda 2.0? Not yet. Not that I know of. They told me that they'll reach out to me whenever there is an exact date so that they can get more of the news out. They'll do that on Twitter as well. So, look out for a tweet, or you'll see me talk about it on live or some sort of video or something like that. So, no official date yet. Thoughts on AGIX? So, again, we're just trying to settle in, but I do think that AGIX has some massive potential, just like you would see with how you have metaverse coins and everything. Fabian, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate that. We are going to go to members only at some point today. So I do appreciate that a lot, and I'm sure everybody else that received a membership is appreciating that as well. But yeah, I think AGIX is a great play. Any AI play is a good play. It's just be careful because they will get, as they do move and as the market does move, they will get overhyped. So just make sure you take your profit as time goes on, because yes, in reality, it's about the use case, it's about the end goal, but there's much more that we need to focus on than that. Especially as an investor, right? You're just looking for the gains at first, and then you can worry about what the long-term success of the overall project, what the overall sector is. So, and also I would say be careful of any type of dilution that you have in the positions, because a lot of AI positions have less in circulating supply versus more in total supply. Not yet though for Zelda. Yeah, not yet. Guys, if you want to hit the like button, please do so. We got 57 people here and we have 17 likes. I would love if you guys get this up to like 25, 30 likes. You know, I like to be like halfway there. When it comes to viewers to likes, the viewer to like ratio, I like to be, you know, kind of at like 50%. Love from Costa Rica. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Like I said before, in plenty of my live streams, it's always crazy to see that, you know, people from around the world can watch me, and I have a potential chance to go somewhere and know people, you know, and be able to have full conversations with them. As an introvert, that's something that I love, to know what the conversation is going to be about, either about YouTube or watching me, or, you know, investing and all that stuff. And I know that it's going to be, Matt's finally live. Yeah. I know that it's going to be a conversation that I can feed into, you know? And like, I'm a major introvert. Like in person, there's a lot of people that, even people that I know, I don't have full conversations with. I can tell you people that I do have full conversations with are my brother, obviously, my wife, full conversations with her, my kids, and my father-in-law, definitely. So there's a few people that I will have full conversations with, but there's a lot of people where I won't, because it's just, I don't know, I just feel like to myself, and I just feel like I want to kind of be alone at that time, you know. I don't know why my body always, or my mind always goes to that thought, like, hey, I'd rather be talking to myself at this point. No offense to anybody that I talk to, it's just how my mind works. But like I said, if we can go somewhere and know what we're going to talk about and have a conversation, it's not really an icebreaker, knowing that we both kind of like the same things, it's always great, you know. It'll retest soon. Retest, when you say retest, you mean retest all-time highs, or you mean retest lows? What's up, Matt? How was your weekend, bro? It wasn't bad. Could have been better, because yesterday it was 62 degrees, and I would have loved to play golf, but both of the kids were home with me, which still was good. You know, I had fun with them, and that's always a joy. But I still would love to play golf, obviously. So the weather was great. And whenever you have good weather, it's supposed to be 70 degrees in Pennsylvania on Thursday in February. What is going on here? I don't understand what's going on with the weather. Hi, Matt. CRO had a nice pump today. Did it? I haven't actually taken a look at it. I see a lot of things that are kind of down. So let's see where CRO is. So CRO is up by 5%. Let's go ahead and show you my screen, because I haven't shown you my screen yet. So thank you guys for hitting the like button. We are at 40 likes and we have 100 people here. So it's about that ratio where I wanted to be at 50%. So about there, you know, we're still probably like 10% away. If you guys want to hit the like button, please do so. But right now, CRO is kind of approaching that 9 cent price. It has hit 9.2 cents in the last 24 hours. You're seeing 200% in volume today, which is absolutely phenomenal. And you're seeing $86 million worth of volume that flows through Kronos. We're at a $2.2 billion market cap. I expect so much more out of Kronos, and we're going to see that. We're going to see that run. It went up to 92 cents. No, it went up to 9.2 cents, not 92 cents. 92 cents would be ridiculous, and I would definitely be taking some sort of profit, my initial investment at least, at that level, or close to it. Yeah, that's my plan. I think that's where my plan is. Let me actually go. Sometimes I don't even know. So yeah, 90 cents, I would have taken 25,000, so it would have been 22,000 coin, or $22,000. And I would have left about 56,000 in there, and left that in for kind of the long term. But I would be taking my initial investment, because I always like to take my initial investment no matter what the position is. I already have my initial investment for Terra Luna Classic. I don't have my initial investment for Shiba Inu. I do have my initial investment for Farmcoin. Procoin I don't. For not Gate.io. For Gitcoin I do. So a lot of positions I do have my initial investment for. But CRO is not one of them. Shiba Inu is not one of them. that's something that I like to do because it protects the money that I invest, and then also lets my money work for me, if that makes sense. 92 cents. I mean, yeah, 9.2 cents. I wish you good luck with CRO. Why, you're not in CRO? You don't believe in CRO at all? How come you don't like XRP? I never said I didn't like XRP. I never said I didn't like XRP. I've used it. Uh, what coin is that sheet for? So that was for Kronos. I made a whole breakdown of what my plan is for Kronos for the future and everything. So that's what that was for. Um, but yeah, for nothing. Yeah, I think when it comes to XRP, I've never said I wasn't a fan. I've invested in XRP plenty of times. It was just for a short-term play. Now, I do see some long-term potential in it. It's just so high of a market cap that a lot of times, like whenever I see these high market caps, I have to see so much potential to, not only be in the top, 10, but reach some of these higher points of market cap, hundreds of billions of dollars versus, just $100 billion. We've seen XRP get to that level. And I think XRP right now is what, like at a 30 or 40, or sorry, $20 billion market cap. So up to $100 billion, like it was, would be a 5x return, which is not bad. I just see so much more potential in a lot of other positions. And that's why instead of every time I make the decision, like, oh, should I invest in BNB, XRP, Ethereum, I'll invest into Ethereum or BNB because I feel like BNB with their burns create so much more, a higher price ceiling, right? And the same thing goes for Ethereum, as well as more utility that goes into it. So I think you can have a lot of utility with XRP, but I just don't see any potential in raising the price ceiling. The price, yes, but raising the price ceiling, I don't know. Matt, sorry, but I got out on 42, I guess. No, if you got out of CRO at 42 and you made money from it, that's fantastic. It's great to make money in any situation, and you got to find the right times to do that. So I'm not saying that, oh, you hold on for dear life in all your positions. I don't think that's a reality, and I've never thought that was normal. I think that people should find a way to take their profit, not take all your profit. If you want to take all your profit, you can. Um, but yeah, I think I would be taking 12K for CRO was at 92 cents. Yeah, again, so would I. I would be taking 12K or 25,000 CRO if it was around that level. Matt shared your Lunc burn initiative for March 1st on Lunc Facebook page. Lots of likes, but how do I turn that into commitments? What's the current burn commitments? So currently, the burn commitments, that's a good question. Currently, the burn commitments are at 21.5 million. So obviously some people are looking at this and going, oh, well, 21.5 million is not even going to make a dent. It's not really about the dent in the overall. We would love to to see 1 billion burn off. We would love to see 2 billion burn off or whatever, but we know we're going to have a lot of people that resist, from this, and a lot of people that are not going to see it. I don't know how you turn it into commitments, but just ask people if they want to burn as well their rewards. Now, it's not about burning their own coins, right? That's not what it's about. And if you want to burn your own coins, you can, but it's about burning the rewards, because that's how we can kind of paint the picture of how much we can burn, at least from, and if we're only looking at less than 1% of the overall, people that are burning, the investors that are burning. It's more about painting that picture, as well as showing that there's people willing to sacrifice or give up something in order to gain something bigger. And that's where we stand. So I'm going to continue to push this. I don't know how far it's going to go, but know that I'm giving up my rewards, as well as a little bit more actually. So I'm giving up my rewards, and other people are doing the same thing. Now I just hope that it catches a little bit more traction so that we can burn a lot more. I would love to burn at least north of 100 million, if not more than that. I would love to burn 1 billion, but it's going to take a lot of effort in doing that, and we have a number of days to do it. But it seems like we kind of stalled out because I didn't post for a little bit. So I will be posting more today to burn more Terra Luna Classic. But there's a lot of people on here, a lot of people on this list that are going to burn 50K, that are going to burn 1,000, that are going to burn 10,000 or whatever. If you guys want to join the burn, go over to, what's it called? Twitter, or you can tell me right now. You can go over to Twitter and just comment and let me know that you're going to burn a certain amount, and we can get it going. I'm holding 40K CRO, but I've been contemplating selling it to buy more Shiba before Shiberium releases. I feel like Shiba will move more in the near future than CRO. What do you think? So I think percentage-wise, possibly, right? Because it all depends on the burns, right? Currently, Shiba Inu, if you look at them by market cap, Shiba Inu is up at a $7.2 billion market cap. If you expect Shiba Inu to only get up to a $60 billion market cap, or let's say 70 for ease of numbers, it's $70 billion market cap. That's a 10x return from where we are, right? And that would also be one drop zero. Now, if you feel as though we're going to see a lot of burning that takes place within it, and we see the supply drop down a hell of a lot, and now we're going to get this to another drop zero, well, now you have, 100x return. So yes, it would move more than CRO. However, CRO currently is at an 8-cent price, right? Up to 80 cents would be a 10x return, or 90 cents would be up to a 10x return. It's been there before. Shiba Inu, it has not been to the places that it's been before. So it's that we're pushing for. It's never been to that place, that drop zero place. It's tried to approach there, but it hasn't gotten there yet. So if you compare the two, it's kind of like, do you see something that's more consistent that's going to get to these levels versus Shiba Inu that I believe will have some hype and will have a lot of push to it based on the amount of investors. However, it all depends on what the burning is. If the burning is not there, then you missed out on your opportunity over here with CRO. You know what I mean? Because that will be a 100x return, a 200x return at some of these levels to get to normal prices, to get to prices that, or market caps that we believe a lot of these coins will get to. If it gets to $100 billion market cap, that's a $4 price, right? So getting up to an 80-cent price is a 10x return. Then doubling that to $1.60, right? That is a 100x return for you at your investment. And that's just to $1.60 at less than a $50 billion market cap. So it's kind of like, do you want to take the chance to only invest in one, or do you want to invest in kind of both to see what gains they end up being? Because they're both their individual investments, and you may miss out on an opportunity based on trying to time the market and seeing, Lunc run, or seeing Shiba Inu run versus CRO. Because if you see Shiba Inu run, chances are that you're going to see, and not to say that only like when one thing runs, everything runs, but if you see the entire market start to run, and Shiba Inu is one of those that's really climbing, chances are CRO is going to climb as well. Chances are. I'm not saying it will happen, but just for Shiberium alone, that may be a difference maker. So you make the decision on your own. I just want to put out the options here. Matt, I tweeted you 2 days ago and want to pledge 400K to burn, but I need to talk to you. How can I get a hold of you? So Patreon is usually the best way to get a hold of me, but let's see if there's any other way. Also, the Discord group, which is also through Patreon. So those are the best two ways to get a hold of me, private message wise. I answer all of those messages that come through privately. So yeah, I know that it's tough because I deleted everything like from my phone for notifications, besides Twitter notifications. So my private messages, which I only have a select few of people, a few people that can message me over there, as well as Patreon and Discord. I have those that are up, and I get messages from those. I get notifications from those. But is it something that's private that you need to talk to me about? I love orange juice. Keeps me healthy. Can you please add the burning address here to the chat? Yeah, let's get the burn address. So it's over here on Lunar Penguins if you guys want it. If you go over to the main dashboard, you can find it over here in Lunar Penguins. Let me copy it. We don't need to burn right now, and I also have it on my spreadsheet. Let's paste it. Yeah, I also have it on my spreadsheet. If we go to my spreadsheet here, I have the burn address right here. So it is listed on the PDF file as well as this file. So I will obviously share this and like that. And you'll have all that stuff there. Well, it's questions about the burn mechanism. Like the burn what do you mean by the burn mechanism? Just burning in general, or you're talking about like some sort of way to burn? I don't get it. I don't get what you're referring to. Do you day trade or like to stick to answering in stick to investing and holding? So I do day trade. I used to day trade so much in the stock market, but a lot of times I get thrown back by day trading, especially with this negative market that we've seen for the last like year plus. So starting to see some bullish momentum, you start to see some day trading opportunities, and the problem is that when I get into these plays, I always find a way to make a swing trade before the down market, which freaking sucks. I don't typically day trade crypto, but I do want to get into that a little bit more. I just feel like I need to find the right platform to do so. Typically, I would day trade stocks and gain about $100 to $200 a day, investing into certain positions and just trying to gain my profit. So yeah, I like to day trade. It's fun, and it's always great to have like to treat it as more of a standard form of income. You gain a certain amount in that week, and you're able to withdraw a certain amount in that week, so it's like a paycheck for you. But yeah, I think we could do. I want to get into like day trading crypto a little bit more. At Bitcoin 30,000 equals market blow up to new highs. That would be phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Yo, Matt, I like SHIB over all the other coins. They're pushing and we'll be adding more SHIB over time. A lot more. I like SHIB over all the other coins. They are pushing and we'll be adding more SHIB over time. A lot more. What do you mean we'll be adding more SHIB a lot more? Like they're gonna be minting Shiba Inu? Like that's not a thing. Matt, I like I read that. I literally just read that. Does anybody know where Happy is? I haven't seen him or heard from him in a while. Somebody said he was getting or prepping for surgery or something. I'm fairly new and have talked to you before in here. I have 78 million staked. Aaron, just a couple of questions. Would rather ask you privately. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the best place to reach out to me if you want to get the Discord level of Patreon, the link is in the description. You can reach out to me as much as you want, and I talk back and forth there. It's better to answer all the people that actually have legit questions and understandings about and want to have an understanding about investing, not only in crypto but in the stock market or just investing education in general. So I have people asking me questions, and the crazy thing is if it's a good question, and I feel like a lot of people will benefit from it, I make it a video over on Patreon to let people know. Like someone asked me recently about a couple of educational videos. So one that they asked me was more about liquidity, like what's going on with liquidity. And I made it a video for everybody so that people know what liquidity is and why it's important. And I think it's great to know because a lot of people don't know that. And I think what I need to do is be able to break a lot of this stuff down, kind of like key terms and stuff. Um, and would love to make a ton of educational content for people. So yeah, again, Patreon, if you guys want to go and get uh the Discord level, it's like $5. Get the Discord level. You can comment as many times as you want, and we will, comment back and forth and talk back and forth and all that stuff. So yeah. You got any ideas? Me? Oh, wait, I'm way behind. Oh boy. Hope he's okay. Yeah, I think he's okay. I think. I will look into Patreon, Discord, if that is the only other way. Yeah, I think if you want to have like consistent conversations with me or constant conversations, that's the best way. I think I don't want to tell people, oh, reach out to me on Twitter, and then I don't answer like a lot of messages on Twitter unless I try and keep it like either, business related, or, you know, like big connections, like with if I can find exchanges or messages to Shitoshi or messages to other people that, I feel like, you're asking them, for some information and, they have the connections to some of these coins and exchanges that can make or break a project or something. That's where I like to keep those connections, or other YouTubers as well, and talk to them about different things. Um, but yeah, there's a couple of people that I message over there, but I noticed it started to get a little bit, you know, kind of crowded with different messages, and I don't like to have too many private messages over there. So yeah, I'm not like all those other people where they're like, oh, hit me in my DMs there. I want to have specific DMs for specific things. Two things: how we would be contributing to burns after the reward pool is deflected, and don't you agree validators are not burning enough Lunic? I do agree that validators are not burning enough Lunic. I feel as though they're not really the biggest fans of burning, right? Um, with validators, they and a lot of people that are creating or building or trying to build on chain, uh, there's some people that literally just want to take advantage of the hype and keep the hype going, right? And it's not about building the hype, it's just keeping the hype going, right? Giving them something that they can profit from. That's why literally from the start where it was the 1.2%, I was like, all right, this is going to be different than what we see with Shiba Inu. Because Shiba Inu, you had the ecosystem devs that were going to build, not on the chain, but build for Shiba Inu, and build all of these different projects, when in reality they were building the projects for themselves. They were building the projects so that they can profit off of it. Thank you for that super chat, Ryan Davis. I appreciate it. So they were building it for themselves and to profit off of it. And it wasn't really about the community. It's about them turning this position bigger. And it's great if we can all profit from it. You're great. You're great if you get into it, and you're fine if you get into it early. Um, but none of the things that they've created is going to be as big as Shiba Inu. We all know that. So if you benefit or show your that you want to benefit Shiba Inu in a larger way, or Terra Luna Classic in a larger way, then the community obviously would support it. But they try and push you to think otherwise. So the validators, um, you know, different people that are building different businesses that are building on the Lunic chain, it's definitely a difficult situation to take in, because I never know if someone actually is legit trying to build to increase volume for us, or just increase their profits for themselves. So I don't know. uh, Did you consider doing a video on ICP? I hope you're doing well. So yeah, I have done videos on ICP. I haven't done a video lately on ICP. So that's probably maybe a video that I want to get into. Because I did make money off of ICP going from, I think it was like $35 up to 70. So I made money, but then it obviously came all the way back down with the dilution that they did have. So let me go ahead and find my thing here and make a video on ICP. Maybe I'll just keep it. I'll keep it over here. I don't know what I'll put something. I'll jot something down. All right. I use Coinbase occasionally. You can get like $3 free crypto. Do you think we're going to see a breakout of 25K? Do I think we're going to see a breakout at 25K? So we've broken in the past 24 hours. We've broken out at 25K already, and it hasn't like had a major breakout. So I would say for different levels, if we're looking at TradingView and breaking some things down for a longer term by looking at it by day. If we want to get back here, we want to break the level of right here around 25. We have a large gap in between to get to another resistance level of maybe 26. However, we may have a major resistance, I guess, at around the $30,000 mark. So yeah, $30,000 mark, $31,000 mark. It would be great to push past that, but right now we are looking to push past 25. It looks like the previous high. Yeah, we have reached that. So 25, 25.2. So if we can fully break out of 25 and get to like 26, then we have a little bit of, free road, I guess, clear skies ahead of us. And then we can move forward there. But yeah, I think we will see a little bit of a breakout above that point, maybe get to like 25.5, and then we'll start to see some major movements there. However, it all depends on some other stuff that happens, right? Maybe some new CPI data that comes out, next month. Maybe people that are starting to get prepared to pay taxes, that could be a thing as well, because that's going to happen to me. So be prepared for that as well. So after April, I would definitely say that that's a hey, are taxes due in April this year? They are due in April this year. They didn't like push it back or anything like that. Yeah, April 18th. Yeah, so I would probably look out for that as well. Ryan Davis, thank you for that super chat again. I appreciate it. Getting very frustrated seeing all those altcoins pump dozens of percent, and then Lunc is just hovering at the same prices for months now. Greetings from Belgium. Yeah, it's definitely, well, thank you for watching, first of all. But yeah, it's definitely frustrating as you see, other coins that are making all of these moves, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're up, not a crazy percentage, but you're seeing, Bitcoin's up 12%, Ethereum's up 11%. You see BNB that's up 6% in the last 7 days. You go down to Chronos, it's up 16% in the last 7 days. Algorand 14%. Let's scroll down here to Terra Luna Classic. Terra Luna Classic is up 0.07% in the last 7 days. So everything else is making moves, but Terra Luna Classic hovers around this price of 1600 to 1700. It really doesn't move at all. Now, we expect so much out of this, and we're probably going to see a lot more out of it as we see, not only a path forward, but also an overall pump to the market. You're going to see a lot of money that flows into Terra Luna Classic. And maybe that's kind of a picture or it's kind of showing us a picture that it's not as popular as we do think. Like, it is popular, but it's not like as popular as some of the largest positions that are out there, or heavily invested positions that are out there, because it still does have a certain community to it. Just like any other one has a certain community, it's just a little bit larger than those communities as well. But I feel like it will have it, right? People will see the progress, will see where it can go. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of things that moved way more than Terra Luna Classic did. And that's in the last 7 days. It gives you a picture of where things have gone. And yes, it has hovered. It has stayed directly flat. 0%. 0%. It's not positive 1%, negative 1%. By the way, yesterday wasn't a bad day because even though I was with the kids, I was able to, I don't know if anybody's playing Hogwarts Legacy, but I was able to play Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm very close to the end, I think. But I'm probably gonna play like multiple times with different wizards and witches and everything there because it's fun. It's really really fun. But I hope they come out with like DLCs and all these other things that you can do, like extra stuff that you can do, because I feel like there should be more to the game. But it's definitely a good story. You forgot the first one, how we will contribute burns after the rewards. Yeah, so the rewards won't end, right? You will find a way to replenish those rewards. But I don't know. I don't know exactly how you would do that. So you would find a way to replenish those rewards. Um, you also have a certain amount of time that you would pay out those rewards to make sure it's sustainable throughout the life of Lunic, right? Because yes, you're paying these rewards, but they're not paying 100% rewards there. So um, I don't know how to really answer that and what they're going to do, but you have a while until that does happen. If it does at all. ICP is up 50% over the last week. It came down over the last 2 days. That's usually how it goes. You'll see things that'll really pump. So again, I haven't looked at ICP in a little bit, but we'll definitely dive into that. So yeah, it was up. The last time I looked at it, it was at like $5 or something. So it went up to in the last 24 hours, $7.40 over the last month. We saw this at $5 all the way up to $8.17. This is at a $2 billion market cap. So yeah, I definitely think that this has potential to run. We've seen this at higher market caps. We've seen this with a lot more volume that goes into it. And I think you're not seeing as much dilution that goes into it as of right now. But to think that this is going to get back to like a $700 price or a $400 price, I'm not saying that it won't happen, but it's less likely to happen. I just think what we should focus on within this position is understand where some of these lower lows are or lower highs are. Maybe $60, seeing a 10x return, $70, some of those levels, because really seeing this jump by up to a $4 billion market cap would be a $14 price. So you can definitely see this move up and scale up quite a bit. But I will break this whole thing down in like a future video. Maybe on this channel. I think it will be on this channel. It probably will be today. So I put it on my list, but we'll see. If more people stake, more Lunic, that date can get sooner. So let's see. If more people stake on that date, it can get sooner. So understand that as people stake, right, they adjust the rewards. Rewards don't stay the same. So the rewards are not going to be 30% forever. As you see a lot of people that are involved with Lunic or staking with Lunic, you have rewards that fluctuate. So this cat is meowing behind me very loudly. I'm going to add. You missed my question about Bone above. Did I? Ryan, where are you at? Where do you see Bone ending up with Shiberium coming out? Do you see it hitting $10, or would you wait till it hits $10 before you take profit? So I haven't looked into it that much to say, oh, well, this is definitely going to hit $10, right? I think it has a large chance or definitely an ability to do that, if not further than that. I think it's at like what, a $200, $300 billion or $300 million market cap. So it would be, you would have to see it get to um, $1 billion market cap. Oh yeah, it's at a $400 million. So it would have to be basically a $2+ billion market cap in order to, get to that level of, $10 or so. Um, the problem is 100% of bone is released. That's great to see. First of all, I didn't even know that was the case. So that's a huge change to see 100% of bone released into the circulating supply. That means that there's no more dilution potential. So don't expect any more dilution to come from it. But I can't say that I fully expect this to um, to make its moves up into $10. Now, I know there's some people that'll be like, "Oh, I expect this to go a lot further than that," and maybe you're right. But I'm trying to kind of limit expectations a little bit, not push your expectations to higher levels depending on what happens with Shiberium, because we don't know how big Shiberium is going to be, how much volume is going to flow through there. It all depends how much volume is going to flow through that platform, and if we if we have a lot of volume that flows through that platform, then you see bone that's going to have a massive use case and it's going to run a lot more. So it's all depending on the popularity of Shiberium and the amount of money that flows through Shiberium. So I would say yes, there is a chance. It's not like, oh, it's a 1% chance or anything. It's probably like a 30% chance for it to happen. Um, But taking profit all depends when you invested. I know people that invested at 50 cents. I know some people that invested at $1. And certain levels would call for you to take your profit as time goes on, but then leave some in there for the long-term growth potential. So yeah, I probably would do a little bit of a breakdown on bone as well, because bone is, I like the fact that they added 100% of the supply that's there. So may not see ICP, you might see bone. Um, Let me type that out. So when we get over to members only, what we're gonna do is I want to go through like some articles, some news. I always like to go through some sort of news and break things down for not only this channel but also have something for like the reaction channel, because we're reacting to different articles, different things that are happening, and not only crypto. I also want to get into some stock related stuff, just a little bit of stock related stuff, and I want to find a way to do that, kind of incorporate that every day, going through different articles and breaking some things down, because the more that we do that, the more that I learn, the more that you guys learn and what's going on. And I feel like, knowledge is power, right? That cat is loud, and she just likes to meow for attention. It's not like she's hungry or anything. Everyone take a moment and hit the like button for Matt. Yes, definitely do that. We have 174 people. I would love to get over 100 likes. 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart needs to go down for the investors. 23,000 incoming. Stay safe from a free fall. The real Shiberium may not be up and running until May 2024. That would be ridiculous. Rumors that bone may actually be burned off a bit. Just a rumor. Um, yeah, I mean that's something that you always have to look into with different positions. You never know if you're gonna see any type of burn, so that's why it's like, can it get there? Yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance that it can get there, and it probably will get there. I don't know if I thank Ryan Davis for that other super chat. Thank you for that super chat as well. Um, but yeah, I think um if we're going to see any type of burn, that could also increase the price ceiling. But again, the popularity all depends on what happens with Shiberium when it gets released, how much people use it. Um, Looks like Shiberium beta is next week or sorry, this week or next week, unless we're duped again. I did see that as well. Um, so we'll have to see. We will have to see. But how much will the beta push everything? I mean, it may push Bone a lot, may push Shiba Inu a lot, but then is it more of like a pump and dump just based on news that the beta is released rather than actual like the actual Shiberium product? Um, but I can tell you with positions like this to where the dev team and you know group behind it, the creators, the builders behind it, do hold Bone, do hold the position, the token. That's where you can see a lot that could be burned off, kind of like what you have with CRO, to where they have the ability to hold a lot um, of CRO there, and they were able to burn off 70% of it. You know, same thing could happen here where they have the ability to hold a lot and they could burn off a crazy amount of it. And then instead of looking at 100% of the supply at 230 billion or 230 million, you're looking at 100% of the supply at 200 million or 150 million or 100 million, right? Then you start to see the possibility of an even higher price. We can always get another medium from Shitoshi instead. Yeah, that might not be good. Not for all of us. Um Anyways, for the 9 people that are watching on TikTok, I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys double tap the screen. I do appreciate you a lot, as well as the 166 people that are watching over on YouTube. Um, I appreciate you so much. And then let's see, 4 people over on Twitch. Thank you guys for watching over here as well. And I didn't say good morning to Leotis. It all goes together because I I kind of I don't want to exit Streamlabs because it makes me log in every time. So all of the texts, all of the chats flow together. So we have good morning from different days. It doesn't really break it up on there. So I have to go to the Twitch platform or my dashboard. Talking about here pre-roll ads. Something about pre-roll ads. I don't know what's going on here. Um, New to crypto. Why do you not discuss Richard Hart? Why do I not discuss Richard Hart? I don't know. Why should I discuss Richard Hart? What? Am I looking up a YouTube channel? Is that what we're doing? Why would I discuss? I don't know what we're talking about here. I'm sick of Shitoshi. The more I see it, the more scamish he sounds. I mean, that's your opinion. That other people have the same opinion. I don't really think he sounds scamish. I think a lot of people, um, I think a lot of people that build projects, I don't know about this big of a community. Um, they look at it and they go, all right, how can I benefit the most out of this? How can I not necessarily drain the most money out of it, but make this a business? He's always thought on the business side of things. It's not about him just stealing from people, because I don't think that's where he's coming from. I think he just wants to make this sustainable and make this a business to where he can maintain a certain income from it, um, and have passive income from this, and kind of set himself up for life as well as his family for life. That's what everybody's goal is, no matter who you are and what you own. So I sort of understand that side of it. And he's always said that he's been more on the business side of things. Like he cares about the business, and he cares about creating utility because that's the business side of it, rather than just pushing a position and seeing it pump and then potentially dump. So he's trying to create something that will make it sustainable and hold some of these values. So I understand to an extent, but the lack of information that we get is ridiculous. To think that someone's going to come and just create something that you've created because you're releasing information is ridiculous. I'm not a huge fan of the new Lunatics token, but I don't think it's necessary about liquidity problems. Is Lunatics token launching a new token or just launching Lunati on ETH? So it's kind of both, from what I understand. Well, you have Ethereum and you have different connections that you can create on there, and bridging costs a lot of money. We can all agree that we haven't seen a lot of money flow through Lunatics token volume, because it's not available on a ton of exchanges, right? It's available through the DEX and then also through LBank, I believe, and like Coinin maybe. Um, but you have a few places to where you can buy it, and you're not seeing a ton of volume that flows through it. But ETH has a little bit more connections with a lot of these places, and getting launched on Gate.io or KuCoin or something like that is a big deal. And if you could find a way to do that, that's a lot better. But it's more about starting the bridge or starting the bridge separate and then kind of coming together in the end, finding that bridge or that connection after you have more success that is there. So it is a new token. It's not anything to where we are receiving a certain amount if you do hold Lunatics token right now, but it will be something that is eventually connected with the Binance Smart Chain side of it. So it's not saying like, oh, Binance Smart Chain is going away. No, it's still here. And this is just going to be another pairing with the two, from what I understand there. So I'm excited about it. Yes, I did have my questions and did talk to some people behind it, about what is truly happening here, because I didn't fully get it or understand it right from the start. But it does look like it can have some benefits overall. It's just something that's not going to benefit OG holders right away, like absolutely right away. It's going to be something that does connect with the and make the community a little bit bigger, as well as burns for Terra Luna Classic a little bit bigger, and burns for overall the overall project a little bit bigger. So definitely excited to see how this launch goes, because the previous launch had like from where I saw it at, it was like a 21 or 23x return for a lot of people. And it's not only about the return, it's also about establishing strength and being able to connect that strength with also the Binance Smart Chain side. I guess I don't understand how the prices will coincide when the two are different tokens. I felt like that was what Duncan said in the AMA, though. So I didn't see the AMA or hear the AMA. I know other people had a lot of chances to ask questions and hear what they had to say. Just know that Duncan is not the most technical person there. You probably have to talk to the people that are more behind the technical side of things, and everybody misspeaks at times. Now I don't know what he was getting at by saying being at a or saying a certain thing, because I don't know what he was saying there. But yeah, I'm what I'm seeing is that you're going to have different prices with the two. They're not going to be the same because they're going to be their individual tokens, but somehow, some way. And I don't know the technical side of it as well, of how they're going to bridge together or connect the chains together in any way. But apparently they can do that. So hopefully that is the case, because I mean, it will create value for the BSC side, but that's where people are questioning, like, does it take away value entirely? And I think that's a valid question. And I sort of have the same questions as you guys, since I'm not really the biggest on the technical side of everything and how everything is built and how bridges work. So we're definitely going to have some conversations well before all of this launch, and not only just like sugar coated questions in any way. You got to have some of the harder questions in order to make sure that things are getting done the right way and that that you have the investor's best interest in mind. So that's what I care about. um, I'm trying to see the positives, but it's very difficult, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, right from the start, I could definitely say that I never really see positives, or can't say I never really see positives. I never think of positives when it's like, hey, you're creating a new token while the other one's still there. Um, because then you're like, oh, well, are we just forgetting about the old one? But we have seen success stories of different positions that have, built on multiple chains, or had a certain one on multiple chains. A lot of people are like, hey, check out this position. No, it's the Ethereum one, not the Binance one, or something like that, right? And we've seen success in some of those. I would have liked to have seen a bridge. I would have liked to have seen a ton more that's done on the Binance Smart Chain side. But from what I hear from different projects that have built on Binance Smart Chain, it's definitely more difficult um, to get on some of these exchanges here than it would be on ETH for some reason. So it's not going to be Lunati. I don't have access to the BNB chain, so I can't buy Zelda, but I have Jasmine. Okay. See, that's what they said is this does open up with Lunati. That's another thing that they said. This does open up a market to where people don't have access to the Binance Smart Chain side and only have access to Ethereum. So it does kind of you have those unicorns that only invest on one chain, right? I invest on every chain that I possibly can and try and get wallets that I could invest on those chains and stuff, like whether it's the Terra chain, Binance chain, the Ethereum chain, AVAX, whatever I'm investing on, Solana, it doesn't matter. Um, uh, so yeah, I find a way to invest on a lot of these platforms, a lot of these places, but there's a lot of people that don't. So yeah, listen, I'm just disappointed. Sorry, let me go back here. Um, I'm just disappointed that there isn't going to be any new volume on the BSE side. Our rewards are dead. So that's not the case. There will be volume on there. I think this actually creates a little bit more volume for what we have, and people still notice it, especially directly on the BSC side, the people that only trade on the BSC side. So you still see a lot, but it's just not having a ton. And the thing that I wanted to stress to them is that, are we changing our focus to the BSC side, or is the focus going to be 50-50? Are you going to be like, all right, we need BSC, we need Ethereum, we're not going to just focus heavily on Ethereum? And that's where my questions really lie, because you can't just give up on one side um, to kind of push another side, to push another chain. But if you're doing it together, if you're able to push things together, I understand how you don't have anything established over there, so you probably have to focus on things in different use cases. And I wanted to say that I think, in my opinion, that a massive amount of use cases before you have any type of established volume doesn't sit well with me. I need to see a ton of volume into it, or volume potential with different exchanges and everything. I understand how it's not going to have the taxes associated with it, but gaining the popularity first is what it's all about. And I think if you're going to push on this side, it's not about all the different utilities that you do have over there. It's about establishing an exchange, or not establishing an exchange, but establishing volume. And if you can see volume, then you can start building utility. Utility without volume creates a dead project. Volume without utility gives you so much potential. So that's what it's all about. And I've studied this for a long time, not only in the crypto market, but also in business, right? You can have the best product in the world, but if you don't have word of mouth, if you don't have a way of marketing it, nobody will know. And this is where, like, I was watching, I don't know if anybody has seen Keith Lee on TikTok. He uh, you know, reviews food and stuff and finds struggling places and, sees, kind of what it's all about. Any place that tastes good, that's kind of like under the radar type of thing. And it shows that if you have horrible marketing and you have delicious food, like, you're not going to be able to do anything with it. You can't just sit here and be like, oh, well, this person's going to try the sandwich and go tell everybody. No, that's not how it works all the time. What you need is that person that's going to be able to tell everybody, like a Keith Lee or like a whoever, and be able to push the product out so everybody hears about it. Now all of these places have tens of thousands of dollars in sales in the day, hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases. So probably not hundreds of thousands of dollars, but getting up to that point. But you know what I mean. Richie's Plain Talk, thank you for the $10 super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Matt, Gene would really like your opinion on Hex and PulseX. So I guess let's look at it. I kind of want to get into all the different chats here and have a lot of discussions there, but I guess let's look at Hex. I've seen people talk about this, and the people that, no offense, but the people that push it, it's like, oh, well, this is like scamish in a way. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think it does have a lot of dilution potential, right? Where you can add a lot to the total supply from the max supply. You can add a lot to the circulating supply from the total supply. You also have $15 million in volume. For how big the project is at $11.2 billion, you would expect to see a lot more volume that flows through it. So I can't say that I'm the biggest fan. It does look like a big project. It just looks like it's there's other opportunities to where you can make more money from it as an investor. You can make more money from it with less risk. Not saying that you're having no risk, because there's a ton of things that do still have risk, just not as much risk as you're seeing here with such little volume and such a high market cap, and a fully diluted market cap of even higher at a 40.6 billion. So it's definitely something you have to take into consideration there. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll go through one that's there. But I guess since you sent a $10 super chat, I probably should go through. Probably going to be more of the same thing. I don't know what that is, and I don't have it. I can't look at it. Yeah, I'll just go through Hex, because I don't know where the other project is. Kristen, they insist BSC side will not be forgotten and maintain with equilibrium across the chain. Also, I think there's some airdrop NFT holders. We'll see, and keep them on their toes. We all know Tectonic is king. I don't know about that. Thank you, Richie. How do I become a member? So all you have to do is hit there's a join button next to the subscribe button, or you can go in the description, click the link, and it'll take you there. Now, if you have an iPhone or Apple products, you have to do it on the browser in order to sign up. How do you feel about VVS Finance? So I don't know where VVS Finance's dilution was, but I know it was definitely at a higher point, and that's why they were offering such a high APY. So it's still at 33% of the overall supply that's out there. So total will be a $442 million market cap, which is not horrible. The only problem is that you have a high market cap with such low volume. This is up 227%, and you're still only seeing $2.3 million in volume. So I would expect to see a lot more, especially in a position that you do see some popularity with. It's just the issue is that, you're not really seeing a ton of markets that you can buy it on. Even though crypto.com is a big exchange, as well as gate.io, you're not seeing a ton of volume that flows through it. So yeah, liquidity score for gate.io is 2. Liquidity score for crypto.com is 377. That's not bad at all. But like I said, you're not seeing a ton of volume that flows through there, more on the DEX side than CEX side, which I like to see, just not at these levels. So it's definitely more playing a risk to get into some of these plays. It may be something where you're like, I'm in the beginning, and it could be the case. But with such little volume, it's so tough. It really is. I do not like low volume because, again, popularity creates gains for a lot of people. It's not just whatever the use case could be or whatever the APY is, because you could be gaining an APY in something that doesn't really move or moves in the wrong direction. So, yeah. Uh, do you think the China coin will continue to rally? So I don't know what the China coin is. Um, but from what I see, from different things, I guess Hong Kong has like some sort of approach towards regulation that I wanted to go through a little bit later. That's just ridiculous. They're going to create a new token every time they need money. No, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I know how that can seem that way, and trust me, I did have questions to see if that was the case. That if they need money, or they just going to create anything new? And it seems like what they are doing is they were looking to bridge things over. Bridging is sort of expensive. They had things set up for Terra Classic, and they were going through all of the different methods to do so, and then the chain changed on them. To where now they needed to kind of not restart the process, but at least take steps back in the process to do what they were going to do. Which, again, I don't understand the technical side of it, so maybe that's not the case, but it does seem like that was the case. At which they had to try and pull from, other, I guess, other like taxes or other places in order to try and do this, to try and get it launched, because they were looking to create that utility there. But it just cost too much money to do so in order to bridge to different places. And thinking that the volume would create that, but not seeing as much volume, you need to have kind of the Ethereum side of it. And then you can find a way to bridge those two together as you are burning consistently on the ETH chain and on the Binance Smart Chain side of it. So hopefully that's not the case, because you never really know. Like I'm in the mix when it comes to getting information, but again, I'm not in the mix when it comes to actually being a decision maker. I feel as though, in my opinion, always the best case scenario would be to increase volume. Others just believe in a lot of utility. They're like, hey, we need to create a ton of utility in order to see volume increase. When you need volume, or you need an on ramp and an off ramp, the ability to do that a lot easier for um, this position at, on exchanges and on DEXs. You need that ability to on ramp and off ramp. If you don't have that, then volume will not come and volume will not go. You need the volume to go in and out, especially with some sort of taxes that you have associated with it. And if you create the utility on, let's say, you have to go through like MetaMask or through your DEX in order to do that. You need an easy on ramp. You need an easy off ramp, because there are people still asking me like, hey, how do you buy Lunatics token? And I would tell them how to buy it, or they can go on a certain exchange. They're like, oh, I don't have that exchange. I don't want to create a MetaMask. I'd rather be able to buy it on Coinbase or some of these other places. So the best case scenario in every situation would always be to increase the volume. Increasing the volume, adding exchanges, not by utility, by increasing the exchanges, increasing the amount of places that you can buy it. I know for a fact that understanding business, you'd rather have it in front of as many eyes as possible than in front of a few eyes with the best product possible. People go on Shark Tank because they know they have a great product, but they don't apply or try to not go on Shark Tank because they want to, they know that their product can speak for itself. Like I don't know how else to put that. That was kind of not good, not a good comparison. But still, you know what I mean. They don't try and do word of mouth. they try and get the product in front of as many people as possible. That's the idea. The biggest businesses, the best businesses still do that. So that should be the case with cryptocurrency as well. I'm a little curious about the whole supply thing too. I'm confused now. These are make a pre-sale every 6 months. Your total supply will double, and how on earth is going to be a good thing for current? So it is a good thing for current holders, because if they were looking to just raise money and they were looking to just mint new tokens, then they would dilute the position that they have now, and it would affect the current holders. However, this new product is this new product, right? So it's technically the same token that's supposed to link together. However, it's a separate thing right now. So if you have you have an ability to buy that, then you can go ahead and buy it. You can be a part of the pre-sale, everything that's happening there. It does not affect BSC, the BSC holders, and especially the people that are staked, which is like 70, not 70%, 20 something percent of investors are staked. 20%, 20 plus percent of the overall supply is staked. So you know that it still has that strength over here. So it's not going to decrease the overall position a hell of a lot. People are not moving over to whatever this new chain will be, and who knows if this will have a ton of success there. It could, and you would love it, but the point is not for this to have. We would love to have the most success possible, but it's not for this just to have the largest success only here. It's to have success overall. So if this ends up not seeing a 21x return like BSC did, it doesn't mean that they're not connected or intertwined in any way. So like I said, I'm not going to have any of these new tokens. At least I don't think so. So I'm not going to have any of these new tokens that are over here. It's completely like a fair launch that's over there. And I still have my tokens over in BSC. So I'm not making anything from this. But even if I was, I still would question it the way that I am. I always question things, and I kind of, speak my mind. And so does DJ Trev, actually. He speaks his mind, and if he doesn't agree with something, he shows that he doesn't agree with something. But also, if you don't understand it, you don't understand it. What are your thoughts on Terraport? You have a chance to look into it further, now being in second pre-sale. So I don't know. Have you had the chance to look into it? I feel like every time you ask me, and I forget about it. I forget about looking into it. Because there's always something that like distracts me, and the main distraction are my children, and I love that distraction. So, is it Terraport Finance? Is that what it is? So why are they on their second pre-sale? Why didn't they just have a one pre-sale and then keep the token live? Is it because they didn't have as much traction, or did they sell out of that token? Wait, so they were doing pre-sales at higher prices? They did a pre-sale at 2 cents, a pre-sale at 3 cents, a pre-sale at 3.5 cents, and that's the current pre-sale, right? Oh no, that ended. Oh, you have another pre-sale that's going to start, that already started. Total tokens in sale is 360 million. I don't. Terra max supply is 1 billion, and 1 billion, and will not be possible to ever mint Terra. Okay. So yeah, I think I made like some sort of a move into it. I think I invested in some. I don't remember how I did that, or if I did that. But I'm pretty sure I did. I think I put like $100 or $200 or something, whatever the minimum was, just to see what the heck it is and what the hype could be about. But I honestly don't know where I'm going to receive it. I guess you would receive it on in your Terra wallet. Is that accurate? So I don't know. Like I said, I haven't looked into it heavily, and I probably need to take some more time to look into it. Um, but it's definitely interesting to see multiple stages of a pre-sale. You typically only see one pre-sale. Why do you need that many stages of a pre-sale? Continue to create hype. Uh, Enterprise team can do as they please. Held my head to make me buy a bag of lunacy. Yeah, Crypto King. Wait, $1 tomorrow. Videos are getting annoying. Has he made a lot of those videos? Well, I mean that's a part of YouTube. They try and because views are kind of down for especially for Terra Luna Classic. It seems like you're not seeing a lot of views that goes into it, but a lot of views that flow into Shiba Inu and Shiberium like content. So you'll probably see a ton that happens over there. I like to make a lot of content when it's related to ADA or uh, I was gonna say Cardano, which is the same thing, or CRO, and those tend to get some decent views. Not a crazy amount, not what we used to, where it's like each one was getting like 10,000, 20,000 views, and also everyone was paying like $10 to $12 per thousand views. It seems like everyone now is paying about $6 to $7 per thousand views, which is not horrible. Um, but obviously it could be a lot better. I think you did. You said you did. Okay. Yeah, I think I did. I don't know how to check anything because I know it was like a process to where you have to purchase it or something like that. Um, like you give them like your wallet or something like that, and you have to purchase something. It's kind of weird. I've never seen like a pre-sale like that. Typically, you you buy it. You buy it with a certain wallet, and then they send it to that wallet address. Few YouTubers are telling people to sell Luna because of what's happened with the SEC. A few YouTubers are telling people to sell Lunic because of what happened with the SEC. I mean, that's going to be what people try and do. You can't really blame them for doing that because they're just trying to create. Some YouTubers are just trying to create views out of the negativity and be like, "Oh, sell it now. I'm selling all my Lunic or something like that." Like I could have made a video that probably got me like 30,000 views saying selling all my Terra Luna Classic. And people would have watched it, even though it was true clickbait that I wouldn't sell my Terra Luna Classic. So I decided not to make a video like that. Um, and not just gain all of the views from it and create not really create FUD, but just um get people a little bit worried, right? I guess that's fear. So yeah, maybe creating FUD. Um as long as people are clicking the $1 videos, they will keep posting them and people keep clicking on them, so blame yourselves. That's true. That's true, but it's so enticing, right? Because it's like uh wait, you have information, like you usually have information, so if you have information saying this is going to get to $1, give me that information. You click on it and you get baited into it, and once you have that click, it goes into click-through rate. So I understand, but I also don't understand at the same time. Crypto King has a mega exchange or engagement, though. He does. Thank you for organizing the March 1st burn, bro. Shout out to you. Thank you for saying that, Jay Stacks. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I think with the burn on March 1st, it's really I would love for it to burn billions, but it's really about sending the overall community as well as exchanges a message that we're willing to give up something. And I think we could send them a bigger message or a more meaningful message by, and some people may not be a fan of this, by boycotting a lot of these places one by one. Because to tell you the truth, I don't think they truly care about us. Like obviously they have a lot of different communities and exchanges or positions that are on that exchange. So it's not saying that they truly just care about us alone, but I think they need to see kind of our side of it and how much strength and how much uh how I don't even know what words I'm looking for. How much of a decision maker we are, I guess. Like um how much leverage, there we go. How much leverage we hold. As investors in this position, we hold a lot of leverage. We hold what they bought. We bought let's say we bought trillions or 1 trillion Terra Luna Classic from Binance. If we take 1 trillion Terra Luna Classic off of Binance, that's reducing their balance sheet by a hell of a lot. All of their assets or a lot of their assets are falling off, especially a $1 billion cryptocurrency. That's why that CZ, decided to panic and was going to do the opt-in button, and also decided to backtrack on that and just give us a burn that would satisfy all of us, right? So they gave us the 0.1%, even though they were going to have Binance convert, which most wasn't going to go through, and they weren't going to, most fees weren't going to go through Binance, and you weren't going to be able to burn a lot. And now they're looking to basically say, oh, well, because of this reason, we're only going to burn 50%. And kind of just continue to dial it back. I said that they were going to do this from the beginning. They don't care about these burns that they're doing here because right now they're just wasting money for themselves, right? For us, it feels like they're doing us a service in a way, but they're not, right? It's literally just to save his ass and the Binance's ass. So this is why it's not about helping the community, and I don't think he wants the community to fail at all, because obviously it's a cryptocurrency that he has invested a lot into. But I think what they're trying to do, or what he's trying to do, is just trying to I guess not have all of the eyes on him when it comes to burns, or Binance when it comes to burns, when the eyes are all there. They're going to be there. And as they slowly try and ease their way back and push away from doing these burns, we're going to notice, and I'm going to say something about it. And I don't want to say, like, I told you so, that they're going to continue to dial this thing back. And I said they were going to go from burning every week to burning every month to burning every quarter. That's exactly what they would do, and that's exactly what they did. Now we're getting to a point where they're only going to burn 50%, maybe 25%, and then maybe zero. The burns are over after a certain period of time. And does it make all of us happy? Yes, that they burned billions. Yeah, it does make us happy. But could they have burned a lot more if we would have applied a lot more pressure? Yes. If we would say, look, if you're not going to do what the community wants, we're going to go somewhere else. And if they're not going to do what the community wants, we're going to go somewhere else. So we're going to take every single bit of liquidity off of your balance sheet, every single bit of these assets off of the balance sheet, so that all the money that you invested into it is now gone. Do you want that to happen, or do you want to include these burns within normal transactions? That's the pressure that we should be applying as a community. And if we don't do that, for the DEX side of it, we can build everything we want to build. But why are we not applying pressure to these exchanges? Why do we not look at them and go, look, we're going to take hundreds of millions of dollars off of your balance sheet right now, if you're not going to decide to implement a 0.2% tax burn, because the community wants it, the community pushed for it, it's on chain, so get it off chain. I don't understand that at all. We hold every single bit of leverage here. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Hey, bro, thanks for making a list. We're going to burn Lunc. I'm excited for March 1st. Let's participate in this alongside Binance. Bulls are weak, so dump option. Make space. 1 hour chart. 4 hour chart needs to go down as well. Downtrend, dump now. It's your opinion. Yeah, but thank you for that super chat again, J Stacks. I really appreciate it. There was a Twitter space last night that brought up a lot of potential hazards with the DK charges. Everyone imagine theoretically in the YouTube titles. Boom, no longer clickbait. I guess so. I miss Trev. Wait, I missed it, Trev. Did they record it? Yeah, that's a good question. I never have time. I actually did see it. I did see that people were a part of it that I knew, and I just didn't have the time to just sit there and listen to it because we have Baby Shark playing on in the background and Wreck-It Ralph and all of these other things that I can't hear my own thoughts. So that's always great. Management organized a burn. The first I heard of the idea for the date from Richie's Plain Talk. Credit where credit is due. It's recorded. We need pressure. We need to pressure the exchanges more. I would agree. Jerry. Let's see. Second super chat donation just because I'm always at work when you go live, so I don't get to participate, and I feel like I have some donation catching up to do. For real though, I appreciate everything you do, Matt. Well, I appreciate that super chat. I always try and tell people that we don't need the super chat. I do appreciate the super chats a hell of a lot, and it does help out, especially since like revenue on YouTube has been down a lot. So I do appreciate that a lot. And just people being here, asking questions and doing everything that they're doing. So it's always great to learn new things, and that's why I'm here. It's not only for you guys to learn something new of what's going on in the market, of how I feel and how others feel, but also for me to learn some things. There's people that watch things that I do not watch, and it's always great to understand that, and it's great to have that back and forth exchange of knowledge, right? So thank you. What are your final thoughts on Bitcoin bull run? So my final thoughts on whether Bitcoin will see a bull run. I think again we're waiting for some important information when it comes to next month, understanding where inflation's going, understanding. Oh wait, Lunatics token official is here saying if you have any questions, feel free to jump into the Telegram. I believe they do respond to a lot there. I just don't get notifications for the Telegram anymore. There's a lot of notifications that would pop up over there. So, yeah. But we do have to wait for some interesting things to happen, some really significant things to happen when it comes to understanding where the economy is going. But we have seen it push and resist from 25. So right now it doesn't look like it's moving sort of in the right direction because we're seeing more of a resistance at those levels of 25. Same thing with Ethereum at 1700. So I think we need to take a step back. I would love to see this in a bull run, but it's not 100% confirmed yet. We see bullish momentum, but it is resisting at certain levels. So we need to see more of a push before we can confirm that. Don't think we have much leverage as you think. To move the tokens, users would have to be comfortable with moving from a CEX to DEX. A lot of users are not well versed in comfortable with DEXs. So there's a lot of people that are not comfortable with CEXs. I don't know about DEXs. I would say there are definitely people that, there are definitely people that are not comfortable with DEXs because if you're sending it to different wallets, right, or different places that you can send it to, because Lunc, the only place that you can really send it to, you can send it to KuCoin, but that's the thing. It's not sending it to DEXs. It's sending it to other exchanges. If you send it to another exchange, it's more of competition, and we have a ton of leverage. Understand this. They spent, let's say they spent $300 million on bringing Lunc over here, and a lot of it is held. If we decide to take $100 million from that, right? We decide to take a lot of tokens, not even all of it, just $100 million. That definitely, you definitely look at it. I don't even know why he's calling me that early. It's 8 o'clock. Why are you calling me at 8 o'clock? Nobody calls me. This is why I get up early and do all this stuff early so that people don't call me this early. People call me throughout the day, and I hate when people call me through videos when I'm recording videos. But anyways, that's my problem. Um, so where was I? Where was I going? So imagine if we do take 100 million, it comes directly off their balance sheet, right? And that's something that they look at as an asset, and it contributes to positive figures, positive numbers, because it's something that they spend money on, but it is increasing in value and people are keeping it on there. That's the thing about, it's the difference between like the stock market and the crypto market. Like stocks, when you have that business, you have the underlying business to where we're looking for a certain, like the financials within that business to invest in that business. For and you're not seeing them have the ability to pull it away from that business to another business. For crypto, you have a certain project that goes on that exchange. The exchange usually will either be given or buy the position because it is popular, and they'll add it to their overall exchange. Now, from what I understand, that was what happened with Binance, where they are buying a lot of it at their lows and having 2.6 trillion or 2.7, I believe, at the highest, Terra Luna Classic, as it did hit its lows because they understand where the volume will go and the potential and all that stuff. So them buying that much Terra Luna Classic and us taking it away and putting it on KuCoin is a whole nother exchange. That's a whole nother battle that they have to face. And now KuCoin is the place to where you have majority of the volume that's flowing through it. So I have some of my Terra Luna Classic over on KuCoin, and we need to find a way to push to Binance and say, look, if you're not doing this, we need to all man together and go, if you're not going to do the burns, if you're not going to at least agree to the burns, we are going to move off your platform, right? We are going to take your money that you invested into it, and we are going to move off into another platform, um, ride off into the sunset. And then if KuCoin decides not to do it as well, we move from KuCoin. And this is the point where we're losing probably the fees that we would pay by moving our coins. But then they would get so upset with the fact that we're doing that they would either do something that probably maybe negatively impacts the community by stopping withdrawals in Terra Luna Classic because they're withdrawing so much. And we would just say, look, if you want us to stop withdrawing, if you want us to stop moving things, implement the 0.2% burn tax, or at least agree to it. And then we can get others to agree to it as well. And we can basically send a message through every single exchange and say, look, if you're not doing it, we're not going to support your exchange. We're not going to buy it over on that exchange. And you could do whatever the hell you want with the tokens that you have there. But whatever we have, whatever we're holding, we're moving off the exchange. I don't know. We can apply pressure. We have a lot of leverage. Can you give your opinion on TRB? What's TRB? Oh, wait, it is 8 o'clock. So this is the last one. Then I'm going to go to members only. I mean, we'll probably get some other stuff here. But currently it's at $19. We are seeing not much dilution that goes into it. I like seeing that. And for the amount of market cap, we're seeing a $32 million market cap with 12 or $13 million in in volume. That's good, really, really good, because the ratio is fantastic there. You do have the ability to grow a lot more. Again, I think I have already given my opinion on this, and I thought it was a decent position, does have some potential here. So if we look at all potential in price, we've seen this up to $140, which was a $225 million market cap. So definitely shows a lot of potential for growth. However, we are seeing a little bit of dilution from there, but it's not crazy dilution, and you can't really dilute 100% at this point. So you're not going to see a 50% drop at all. That's good to see. So it does show that it has a lot of potential just from the first look, from the first glance, understanding the circulating supply. I don't know what's happening with the max supply, if you can add more as time goes on, but right now where we are standing, it shows so much potential for growth. And in the last month, we've seen this from $14 up to $20. So definitely seeing a little bit of an increase here, and getting you to a level to where, not saying that you're seeing it double in price, but you're seeing a decent size increase. Maybe a 40%, 30 to 40%, return that is there. And you can expect a lot more as this is moving forward. Now, again, I haven't gone into the use case, so I don't understand that side of it, but let's go into the let's go into the holders just to see what's happening here into the contract and see the holders. We're going to see that 22% is held by Binance, of course. 19% held by Binance as well. You are seeing an open wallet that is 5% and 4%. So that's definitely something to take in. That can actually have an effect on the overall price if they decided to sell anything. It is worth $2.6 million and $2 million respectively. So yeah, I mean, it has some potential. It definitely has some potential. No red flags here, but you probably want to look into the use case a little bit more to understand that. DEX volume, you're only seeing $6 in DEX volume, so this is not a decentralized coin. Richie, thank you for sending a membership. All of the memberships, 10 memberships, gifting those memberships. I appreciate that a lot. But yeah, it looks like it has some potential. Just look out for these couple of things. We're understanding the max supply and how much can be added, as well as the use case behind it, to see the overall potential. Because it looks like the volume and everything is steady, and you're seeing a number of exchanges that it is on. So definitely has the ability to create more volume as it does gain more hype. So that's good to see. More exchanges it has, the more potential it has. So let's go to members only. I appreciate everybody that is, watching. I appreciate all of them. I usually would go to subscribers only at one point, but yeah, let's go to members only. So if you want to comment without becoming a member, one, thank you, Richie, for gifting those memberships to people. How are stocks doing right now, guys? I haven't checked the stock market. Let's see the markets. Markets don't look great. I mean, off and on, but the markets don't look fantastic. Sort of flat, seeing a lot of things down. The Dow is up by 0.39%. You're seeing S&P 500 that's down by 0.28%. So we're not seeing full percentages, but it looks like we are down overall. So yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I don't know how many likes we have, but if you could hit the like button, please do so. Again, if you don't want to become a member, if you just don't, Twitch is open. If you go into my description, you'll find Twitch. I'm live on Twitch as well. I'm also live on TikTok. So if you guys want to go and follow me, feel free to follow me over there, and do that. So anyways, let's get into some things that are happening in the world of crypto or in the news side of things. So World Wide Web investor Tim I don't know how to say his name, Berners Lee calls crypto dangerous and likened to its gambling. So let's scroll down here. The investor of the World Wide Web called cryptocurrency dangerous and likened it to gambling. I guess compared it. I don't know why you're using likened it to gambling in an episode of CNBC's Beyond the Valley podcast published last Friday, discussing the future of the web. Lee said digital currencies are only speculative, and compared it to the .com bubble. It will, in which internet stocks often without a solid business behind them were highly inflated. So I guess that's considered like sort of true, right? You can always look at the comparison there and understand that yes, we don't have any like real like businesses behind cryptocurrency. It's about the use of that. So it's different, right? If you're comparing cryptocurrency to businesses, I really don't look at a way that you can compare it directly to it, because one, with businesses, you're looking for the money that's flowing into that business. For cryptocurrency, you are the money that's flowing into that business. So it's about the businesses that are adopting it rather than the businesses having a use case. So I don't know if you can necessarily say that really applies in a way, but yeah. I really don't see that. So, It's only speculative, obviously. That's really dangerous. Lee told CNBC. It's if you want to have a kick out of gambling, basically, investing in certain things, which is purely speculative, isn't what uh, uh, isn't what where I want to spend my time. He added. Lee said, however, that digital currency could be useful for remittances if they're immediately converted back into fiat currency when they're received. So I feel like this is like just a push, right? This is just a push of like kind of the way the government thinks, more or less, where they don't want cryptocurrency to be that main currency or useful. They're saying, oh, it could be useful if you decide to just move it back to fiat currency and find value in fiat currency. Kind of seems like they're trying to keep that a little bit safe there. So the British computer science scientist is credited with the invention of the World Wide Web in 1983 or 1989. Sorry, I don't know where I saw three. But Lee has been dissatisfied with the way the original version of the web has panned out. Alongside John Bruce, Lee is looking to reshape the future of the internet through the startup Inrupt. With the aim to give people more control of their data. Spoke to CNBC Beyond the Valley in a wide-ranging interview about the future. Okay, it seems like they're trying to push their own agenda and own products here. Many proponents have spoken about the future of the internet in terms of Web3, a catch-all phrase with no clear meaning, but proponents often say this version of the internet runs on blockchain technology, which first came into existence with the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. Web3, some say, is a decentralized internet that takes away from the power from takes away power from giants like Facebook and Google. But Lee says the future of the internet, Web3, which distinguishes Web3, which distinguishes from Web3, Web 3.0, is his own proposal for shaping the internet. It's not blockchain, Lee said, suggesting the technology isn't fast or secure enough. So yeah, it seems like one, they're trying to push their own thing that's there. Two, you can see that they don't truly. I don't think they truly understand the way crypto is, and they're trying to compare it to things that we've seen in the past when we haven't seen anything like crypto in the past. Yes, we've seen the hype and we've seen the build. We've seen the push of the stock market the same way that we saw, that we're seeing the crypto market, where crypto was insanely volatile. And, you saw stocks that were insanely volatile, businesses that were created insanely volatile, right? You know, real estate market insanely volatile at times. So you understand that when you're trying to get into a place to where you can have consistency, even though it's not going to be 100% consistent, you're going to have these times where things do look insanely volatile. And for cryptocurrency, a lot of people don't know where we were going. But now you have a clear vision on all the different applications, all of the different use cases that you can have with different cryptocurrencies and different things that can be developed. So there's a lot of positives that you can take out of this. And I don't think it can be compared to the dot-com bubble. I don't think it can be compared to anything that had a business side of things, because this is the money inflowing to businesses, not whether we are going to receive money from people that are buying our product or any way. Like, that's not how things work here. It's about us using the currency for buying a specific product or any other type of product, right? It could be something in a metaverse. It could be you buying a camera. It could be you buying a computer. It's about using that cryptocurrency as a whole. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with Lee about this, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So we'll leave it at that. Richie's Plain Talk, thank you for that $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Matt, 2 days before I brought the burn date. Wait, what? Matt, 2 days before I brought the burn date to you, I did a video on it and said I was taking it to all live streams. I'm glad you ran with it, but my feelings got hurt when you didn't mention my name at all. What do you mean? I literally just made a video talking about Richie's Plain Talk and DJ Trev. But yeah, it's not about. I don't think it should ever be about who brought up the the topic or who is doing it. It's about actually burning. Is that not the end goal? I didn't know that was a stipulation because I did mention your name a couple of times, but it's not something where I'm like, oh, I came up with this or anybody came up with this. It's about, hey, let's do this. That's what it's all about. So I didn't mean to hurt anybody's feelings or say that it was all me that's doing it. Um, I'm just looking to push it more. It's a lot of times it gets skewed that way, where somebody with more of a following will say, "Hey, we should do this," and then it gets pushed as their agenda, right? Um, Now, I've always said that we should see 10% that's burned off, and that everybody should find a way to burn a certain amount. Um, the only thing I'm trying to do with this is paint a picture. It's not about creating, a big fire and creating any type of pump to see anything dump or anything like that. It's not about just burning off the entire supply of Luna, because we're not going to do that. It's more than that. It's about us just trying to show Binance that we are willing to give up something. And even if maybe they will see it, maybe they won't, right? Us trying to show Binance that we are willing to give up something and we want to see these burns consistently. It's not about the, it's not about us just burning a ton there. It's about individually us deciding to burn a lot. Even if someone comes out and goes, I want to burn 1,000, it's about them doing the burn. It's about that behind it rather than just how much they're burning, because they could burn a lot more, but it's about them burning anything in general, them giving up something, showing that they want to give up something. If everybody decides that they want to give up something, it paints a picture for everybody knowing, okay, they're willing to give up something, and it's not going to affect volume at all or anything like that. So if you want all the credit, it goes to Richie's Plain Talk. I'm not gonna uh, take from that. Um, but yeah, I didn't mean it in that way. It was all about the concept of burning rather than who started it. I'm not trying to get credit for this, and I don't want to. All I want to do is see the burn and see how maybe people react to it as well. Um, Real life use cases jazz me too. I have heard a few other YouTubers talking about your burn idea um, for the next month. Hopefully it goes well, and I will burn my rewards. I'll burn my rewards is a small amount, but everything helps the idea. Exactly, that's what it's all about. And again, it's Richie's idea. He talked about creating and this was a while ago that you've talked about that. There've been times where you said, "Hey, we should just burn off a hell of a lot. We should just take a ton from our own position, and end up burning off." There's been a ton of times. It's not just um, one time that you mentioned it. It's just now this is kind of a better time to do it because of Binance doing the burn. Um, the word I meant was good, not God. Uh, Good to see you. Your video was still good. Uh, Maybe Zardar will record it. Yeah, I don't know if you're talking to me or you're talking to somebody else. Maybe it was Richie or something, or DJ. I don't see DJ Trev's in the comments here. So either way, not sure if you missed my comment, but some time ago, I just wanted to know if do you think wait, I want to know, do you think a lot more Lunic will be staked if they remove the 21-day lockup period? So no, I don't think a lot of Lunic will be staked if you remove the 21-day lockup period. Um, I think you will have a lot of in and outs to staking, to where people decide to get in and get out. And when you have a lockup period, people that lock up usually lock up for longer than those 21 days, right? Or lock up longer than, a month or 2 months or whatever, because it is a long-term commitment, understanding that nevertheless, or nonetheless, you're going to have a 21-day period that you would lock up your coins for. So it's definitely a situation where um, you would probably see less people that are staking and more movement within, people that are staking versus not, if you remove it completely. So people staking, getting out, moving, doing all these other things, it would just be too much movement. And it would be great, because then you would see, if you can see the 0.2% tax, you would see a lot of movement there. So you would see a lot of volume that happens there. But right now, you're not seeing a ton of volume that happens on the DEX side, because of the fact that we see the people that are staking for a longer period of time. Now, if people are not staking for a longer period of time and we had the 0.2% tax involved with staking, then you would have a bigger situation on your hands, because you would see a lot more burning that's going into it. But we don't have the 0.2% with staking, or any type of burning off of the rewards, for that matter. So if we see more of that, if we see that implemented, as well as taking away the 21 day lockup period, or holding period for when you do decide to withdraw it, I think you would probably see a lot more burns, and it would probably be beneficial. You wouldn't see more staking, but you would see a lot more back and forth, which would create a lot more burns. I mentioned 2 months ago, or more, when you saw the burning for the first time, we should start a burn rewards. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of ideas that come from different people, and I hear it multiple times, and that's where I start to, it's not about one person that, comes up with it. It's about getting the information out there and seeing how people feel with it. So if somebody says it and we see how everybody else feels about it, or I get other comments on it, then we start to ride with that, and we start to believe in that concept. So it's more than just, me coming up with it or someone else coming up with it. It's all of us that decide to really come up with that. I take a mental poll as well as a physical poll. That sounded kind of sus. I take a I take a poll over on Twitter. Still not good. I put out a poll on Twitter, and make sure that people believe people believe in that concept. Let me just get away from that entirely. uh Matt, I called it giving dues as a club either way. I have a concept. I had the concept, you had the right idea, and I knew you would come up with the right plan, Matt. Well, thank you. I am so hungry right now. Richard trying to build and get subs. Um, it's good when someone's trying to help with a good idea that the community knows who came from. Helps you grow. It does help you grow. And again, I always like to, and DJ Trev knows this from experience. Um, I like to help out a little bit with growth, but I like for that person to be able to build their own growth as well. And DJ Trev has done a great job. Richie, you're doing a great job as well. You're over 100 subs, getting to some of those levels and putting out consistent videos, which is really, really good. Um, but I think what I try and do is help them learn, maybe what they are doing, what they may be doing wrong, what they may be doing right in a situation. And DJ Trev was able to start to build the thumbnails and stuff, and has like Streamlabs, able to stream, create these interviews, all these different things, and he's able to build the community for himself. I pretty much helped you from maybe like, I don't know, 100 to, no, probably like 0 to like 200, and then you pretty much grew everything else yourself. So that's what I try and do, is kind of like a let you like fly on your own. I do try and give credit where credit is due, but you know, hopefully people can build and not just go, oh well, Matt Matt vouches for this person, so I'm gonna go over there and watch them, and they only watch them one time. What you want is people to subscribe based on what they saw from your video. Now I can give them, visual to it and share your videos from time to time, but it's more about your individual growth, because then it makes your subscriber base stronger. It really does. If you go eventually to the internet, it doesn't mention at all fake FUD article. Uh, well, I guess you're probably right. Let's go into another article. So we have some more information here. Crypto hedge fund. I don't know how to say that. I feel like I don't know how to say every name of a different hedge fund or even a person, to tell you the truth. Galois, let's say that's what it is. Capital shuts down after losing 40 million to FTX. So that doesn't seem like a lot. Any type of capital, like any type of hedge fund, usually hedge funds hold a lot of capital, but losing $40 million is definitely a decent amount. I don't know why this is just coming up now. One of the world's largest crypto focused, that's probably why, quantitative funds, Galois Capital, has called it quits after losing a sizable portion of its capital in the collapse of FTX. The firm said in a tweet on Monday, Thank you all for the kind words. Yes, it is true. Our flagship fund is shutting down. Galois Capital tweeted after the Financial Times reported on the fund closing. I appreciate it. You basically said all of that stuff. Yes, it is true. They're shutting down. In November, CoinDesk reported that Galois Capital had $40 million stuck in FTX at the time. Zhao told his investors that it would take a few years to recover some percentage of the funds. We will work tirelessly to maximize our chances of recovering stuck capital by any means, he told the investors at the time. The FT reported that Galois had sold its bankruptcy claims for 16 cents on the dollar. In January, CoinDesk reported that FTX claims were going for around 13 cents on the dollar on a bankruptcy market. This entire tragic saga, starting from the Luna collapse to 3AC, Three Arrows Capital credit crisis, to the FTX Alameda failure, has certainly set crypto back significantly, wrote Zhao in a note seen by FT. However, I even now remain hopeful for crypto's long-term future. So obviously that sucks to see anything shut down, but to mention all of those different things, wow, $50 super chat. First of all, I thank you, but let me continue into this, and then I'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, I think with this, and that kind of just threw me off course a little bit. Jeez. So with this whole Galois Capital shutting down after FTX, situation, and seeing that, you had Luna and you had all these negative things. Yes, it has set crypto back a hell of a lot. And I don't like that, because I want to see crypto thrive. I love crypto in the way that it was moving, but with everything that they've done, you're kind of weeding out all of the, I would say, bad apples, but I would say, bad situations, right? You shouldn't over leverage yourselves in a way, but in this case, it looks like it was multiple situations that kind of compounded. So you had Terra Luna Classic, you're investing a lot into, you have, Three Arrows Capital, you have, the FTX situation and what happened there. So it's definitely something that hits people hard, hits businesses hard. And that's why you see this happening here. And 40 million, I guess, is an understandable amount for a crypto hedge fund, rather than a just a hedge fund in general, seeing billions of dollars, or $1 billion hedge fund shut down. But yeah, it's a ton that goes into it, and if it's going to take a long time to get stuff back, you want to find a way to get out of that as soon as possible and kind of minimize your debt that you do have. So anyways, this is definitely an interesting situation. Nothing like too crazy, but it's just something else added to the whole FTX situation, and how Sam Bankman-Fried just absolutely sucks for what he did and what his company did. So anyways, that's it. Richie's Plain Talk. Let me address that. $50 super chat. Thank you so much for for that. Matt, you did a hell of a job with it. I'm proud of you. You ran with it. Wait, I'm too small to have gotten this far or this very far. Thanks, bro. I'm upping my donation to 650,000. You're upping your donation to 650,000 or contribution. Let's call it that. It's not a donation, but contribution. Let's up that up to 650,000. Again, I increased mine from the 300. I think that's what it is. Let me back. But I think it's like 274 to now 1.2 million. So my contribution right here is 1.2 million, which it will include the 274 that's there. So it should be 1.27 million. So as it does go along, mine is going up. So it's going to be 1.27 or 1.274 million coins that I end up burning off. So I appreciate that super chat. And again, I think throughout time you will grow. Just keep making consistent content that people like, and eventually you'll get 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers, 3 subscribers, 10 subscribers, 20 subscribers, and you're going to start to see the inflow. And like DJ Trev said, Matt was a huge help. I was able to help him on the back end side of things, not just push subscribers his way, because a lot of times people will subscribe and not watch. People will subscribe just because I said, hey, this person is legit, but they won't watch the content. But what you want to see is people that come over and just watch your content for you. It means so much more if they do that. Trust me, it does. Rather than you just going, oh, I gained 1,000 subscribers. Let's just, start to hope for Matt to continue to push it or something like that. So yeah, just try and grow it yourself. I'm telling you, you will get there. Just keep doing what you're doing, but learn to, maybe do some of the thumbnails and stuff. All you have to do is take some pictures, put it in a GIMP or what is that? Photoshop or something, whatever you want to use. And then you can create your thumbnail, and thumbnails definitely one up the situation rather than, or 4K just shots. Like if you want to take a picture and take that 4K shot and put it as a thumbnail, that actually tends to go a long way as well as a thumbnail. If you're just concerned or, shocked or whatever the case may be, let's just do that. I'm off to get the kid ready for school and then chop some wood. Everyone have a great day. Be kind to each other. We try to. Thank you, Kristen, for being here. Thank you to all the members and all the moderators. Oops, gotta go. Have a great day, y'all. Yep, you have a great day too, DJ Trev. Hopefully you hear this of what I'm saying. Fire King, aren't you supposed to be getting your head checked? What? Leaving now. Had to get a shower. You're just listening to all of this. Good luck. Okay, thank you. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, so we're currently up to about 22. We're about 22 million. And I'm going to share this again. We're going to try and get some more people and continue to push this even more, just to get a good burn out of it, as well as, just kind of send a message. And I think the biggest message that we could possibly send, and again, this is all dependent. If we get to 22, this is kind of dependent on this larger burn from Larry, 10 million coin burn from Larry. And I don't know if he will burn. But 10 million is kind of a lot. Someone did say I'll burn 1 billion, but I don't agree with that. I don't think that's going to happen, so I didn't put it on the list. And I think that's just kind of like, we're going to send him a message and lie to him so that he gets his hopes up that it's going to be over 1 billion. So yeah, you continue with that one. All right, well, let's get into some more detail here. We got some things that are happening in the stock market as well. So Home Depot stock slips on sales. That Home Depot stocks slips on sales that miss cautious guidance. What? know what you're talking about. Uh, Home Depot share dip in the pre-market trading on Tuesday, which is today. A miss of revenue expectations and cautious 2023 guidance overshadowed a dividend hike. The Atlanta-based specialty retailer notched $3.30 in earnings per share on $35.8 billion in sales for the fourth quarter. Analysts had expected the company to report $3.29 in earnings per share on a $36 billion revenue. A 0.3% decline in comparable sales year over year came in below the 0.24% gain anticipated, despite the U.S. Comp sales deteriorating by the smaller margin than consensus estimates. Um, Merchandise investors grew by 24.89 billion, slimmer than the 25.53 billion expectation. Meanwhile, the average ticket grew 5.8% year over year to 90.05, lighter than the 6.44% consensus estimate. Somebody's messaging me. Fiscal 2022 was another record year for the Home Depot as our team continued to successfully execute in a challenging and dynamic environment. CEO Ted Decker said, our ability to deliver growth on top of the $40 billion. Oh, I guess my phone died. That's probably what happened. My phone died. So I streamed for too long without the charger. So it just died. That happens. The ability to grow, blah, 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 achieve the over the prior 2 years period while navigating persistent inflation, ongoing global supply chain disruptions, and tight labor market is a testament to investments we have made in the business, and and as well as our associates' relentless focus on our customers. Moving forward, the company plans to spend on associates to curb staffing problems. Decker indicated that the retailer will spend $1 billion in annualized compensation for frontline workers starting in fiscal year 2023. The most important investment we can make is our people. We believe in the investment will position us favorably in the market, enabling us to attract and retain levels of talent needed to sustain customer experience we strive to deliver. Moving forward, the company will anticipate sales growth and compare the sales growth to approximately flat as compared to fiscal year 2022. Meanwhile, diluted earnings per share are expected to mark a mid-single digit decline year over year. Shares dipped by 3.5%. I like Home Depot, right? I've invested in Home Depot before. I've invested in obviously a lot of positions before. I haven't checked this, and I don't even know why I truly brought this up, but it's good news to understand that Home Depot, it's not good news, but it's news nonetheless to break some of this stuff down for Home Depot and understand some of more of the numbers behind what happens with these price dips. So anyways, I really don't know. I literally was just bringing up a bunch of articles, so I really don't know exactly why I brought this up. But it's good to know. It's always good to know some more information. The more you know, the better. But yeah, Home Depot's price dip. Let's go ahead and check Home Depot really quick. Currently, it's down, like I said, about three. Oh, that was down $3 yesterday. It's down about $4, or sorry, $12 in the pre-market today, 4%. So it's at a $305 price. So you're seeing it dip quite a bit. I guess based off of those missed earnings per share. So yeah, I guess that's more big news than anything. It's down by 4%. I mean, you're not seeing the market really flow in the right direction, but You're seeing Home Depot that's down quite a bit. It has pushed above the 15 moving average. Good thing is it's not even touching the 200 EMA. It's well past the 200 EMA. So seeing that maybe look to retest the 400 mark. I would love to see that over this longer period of time. Let's see when that did retest that. So that was before we saw this really fall and start to really hover around these lower areas and start to consolidate really around the 200 to 300 range. So hopefully throughout the next few months, you can see it push back up to, 400 plus. So yeah, always interested in some of these companies because we need brick and mortar, true brick and mortar stores, and Home Depot is one of them because they do have bricks. No. Price of lumber is up. No one is building plus interest to build. It's true. I work for a roofing trust company. We have slowed down dramatically. Interesting. Very, very interesting. But on some more crypto news, there's some more crypto news that's here. So Hong Kong's approach to the crypto regulation could attract capital talent to Asia. Let's see what they got going there. I know I saw an article from Damien. Thank you for the $20 super chat. I appreciate that a lot. Or super sticker. Apparently I'm number one. Waving back and forth. I'm number one. I'm number one. Me. Number one. Or somebody else. I don't know if you meant it for me or are you saying that you're number one? I think I'm thinking too much into this. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate that a lot. The Hong Kong Securities Future Commission has taken a regulate to protect approach. For some reason, I was looking at it differently. But they've taken a regulate to protect approach to cryptocurrency contrasting with recent action in the U.S. of regulations by enforcement. Bernstein said in a research report Monday. The broker said that this could be a critical fork in the road for the cryptocurrency industry, which could lead to capital and talent moving to Asia as a crypto hub. Interesting. The SFC on Monday published its proposed rules for virtual asset trading platforms and is seeking public comment. Its plans to allow retail investors access to licensed exchanges subject to restrictions. The report said reasoning that investors are better off dealing with licensed venues rather than offshore and unregulated players. Trading in crypto derivatives remains off the table for now as the SFC has deferred the decision on allowing such instruments to a later point in time. The new licensing regimen is expected to go live June 1st with a 12-month transition period for existing crypto exchanges. Exchanges that are not already operating in Hong Kong will have to be fully compliant before they start trading. So I guess that's probably why you see why people are asking me about China, I guess asking me about cryptocurrency. But yeah, I guess we'll have to get some more news on that and what actually happens there. I'm number one. It's good to know that I'm number one. Interesting. I always like to know different things that are happening. Bitcoin ratio drops, or BNB to Bitcoin ratio drops lowest ever in 6 months on Paxos BUSD drama. This is very interesting. So again, this is what keeps you informed in what's happening in the crypto market. So BNB native token Binance initiative. Sorry. Network Binance chain is losing ground against Bitcoin in the wake of regulatory action against branded dollar pegged stablecoin BUSD. The BNB/BTC ratio listed on Binance, the world's largest exchange by trading volume, slipped to 0.01257 early Tuesday, reaching the lowest since August 2nd, 2022. It's not that long ago. The pairing has declined by nearly 13% after the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission said last Tuesday that it is suing Paxos for violating investor protection laws by issuing BUSD, which the regulator deemed as unregistered security. The SEC action was accompanied by an order from the New York Department of Financial Services asking Paxos to stop minting BUSD. BUSD token has underperformed broader market, and in February, as the Paxos BUSD situation continued to weigh on the exchange, which experienced massive outflow last week. Paris-based said in a weekly report, the BNB to BTC ratio, which measures the relative performance of the two tokens, fell to its lowest since August 2022. The flow of money out of BNB, once touted as a safe haven, and into Bitcoin perhaps stems from the belief that the regulatory crackdown against BUSD is actually a move against Binance. That's what some people believe. While BUSD is issued and redeemed by Paxos, the stablecoin is marketed by Binance in September of last year. Binance delisted USD coin Paxos dollar and True USD for BUSD. Since the New York, the NYDFS and the SEC specifically called out Paxos for its BUSD product and not PAC dollar or PAX dollar. It's possible that the enforcement is more about particulars involving BUSD than a broader attack on the stablecoin generally. The Galaxy researches Alex Thorne said in a note that clients on Friday, or note to a clients on Friday, this indicates that these agencies are particularly targeting Binance rather than stablecoins in general, at least at this time. So I think that's sort of true. You know, as you look into the whole situation that's happening here, and I was kind of thinking about that as well. It's doesn't seem like they're trying to just attack, you know, BUSD, because it doesn't seem like something that would be an unregistered security. We all know that. But for them to attack, BUSD, it seems like they're attacking Binance, right? Because and trying to go after the largest cryptocurrency exchange, because if you take Binance down, or somehow take Binance down, or bring them down a notch, people start to look at the crypto market and they're like, wait, if Binance isn't doing things the right way, or we don't believe that they're doing things the right way, then maybe we shouldn't invest with them. And you see less money that's going into crypto, people that are more skeptical about going into the crypto market because of what they have done with the whole BUSD situation, and probably attacking Binance and any other stable coin that they can have there. So it did seem like it wasn't about that, but now that they were kind of mentioning USTC, and it seems like it's more of an attack on Do Kwon rather than an attack on USTC and Terra Luna Classic. So it seems like it's the attacks on the people leading those things rather than just the stablecoin itself. So, Do Kwon and co-founder, whoever the heck he is, I don't remember his name, and then also Binance and CZ, and really attacking that side of things. So it's definitely interesting there to bring that up. But again, thank you everybody for the super chats. Thank you everybody for the super stickers and the members, everybody being here. I appreciate it. Binance is big. BlackRock needs CZ to fail. Then they will lose complete trust in crypto. Probably right. Spot on. Thank you. I'm glad that I have people agreeing with me. We also have 137 people that are here. So if you guys want to hit the like button, hit that like button. It does help out. All the people that are over on Twitch, anybody that's over on Twitch, we got 2 people that's over there. Nobody on TikTok because my phone shut down. So Again, I apologize for anybody that was on TikTok and now is on YouTube. But yeah, I think that's definitely interesting. Let's finish up by seeing how the crypto market is going. Let's go through where the crypto market is. Also, maybe go through a little bit. You know what? I'll save my portfolio for Patreon. But we will look at how the market is doing right now. So currently, the market is at a 1.1% decrease. It's at a $1.12 trillion market cap, which is still great. You're seeing Bitcoin's dominance actually increase. It's up to almost up to 43%. I want to see that decrease because I want to see Ethereum really take over. But it seems like Bitcoin is up in the last 7 days. It's up 13% versus Ethereum being up 11%. So we're definitely seeing more of an impact for Bitcoin being up and how that's rising. If we scroll down here, we're going to see that BNB is up by 6% in the last 7 days, down by 1% today. We're looking at Cardano down by 2.5% today, but 10% in the last 7 days. Polygon is up by 20% in the last 7 days, as well as Solana being up by about 18%, Polkadot up by 20%, Shiba Inu that's up by 7%. I'm surprised that things are moving this way with how inflation data came back and, inflation data coming back lower than expected. But still, we're seeing some good movement, at least in the last 7 days. Today, it looks kind of down. Cosmos is down by 3% today, up by 7% in the last 7 days. Chainlink up by 17% in the last 7 days. Scroll down here. Let's look at Aptos, which is down over the last 7 days as well as over the last 24 hours. So be careful with that. Chronos, that's up by 4% today, 17% in the last 7 days. Hopefully see a lot more with that position. Algorand, that's down 3%, but up about 15% in the last 7 days. Quant, down today, up in the last 7 days. Let's scroll down here. Look at Terra Luna Classic. So that's kind of flat. It's up by 0.5%, 0.4% in the last 7 days. Down by 1.4% in the last 24 hours. And down by 0.48% in the last hour there. If we look at things that are trending, and let's look at some trending positions, we're going to see that we have GMT that's trending. We have Shiba Inu that's trending. Obviously, people want to know about what's going on with Shiberium and everything, and how Shiberium is supposed to be releasing either this week or next week or something like that, the beta at least. We have Filecoin that's trending. We have Polygon that is trending up 20% again in the last 7 days. Scroll down here. Nothing really notable. Obviously, Bitcoin, 1inch network, Pancake Swap that's moving a little bit. And I think pretty much it. That's where I'm going to end it, guys. Again, if you guys want to join the burn that we're going to do on March 1st, make sure you go over to Twitter and, respond to it. Respond to this post. I will put out another post today to let people know where we stand and, how we can grow from here, how much we're going to burn from here. And I hope we can just continue to burn a lot more or burn this and just kind of show Binance and show everybody that we're willing to give up something to gain the bigger picture and the recovery of the chain. That's what it's all about. It's not about us gaining a hell of a lot of money, even though we would love that. It's more about recovery of the chain. And then while we also see that recovery, we're seeing the ability to gain a lot more as we see that full recovery. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Everybody on Twitch, everybody on TikTok. Never mind, nobody's on TikTok anymore. Everybody on Twitch, everybody on YouTube, thank you guys for watching. All the super chats, all the super stickers, all of the members. Thank you, Richie, for sending the memberships to a lot of people. I'm sure they were really happy with that. And thank you for the super chats as well. And also thank you for being a moderator as well. If you did, get anybody out of here that was kind of scamming or spamming or anything like that. So I appreciate all of you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me there. Don't forget about all of the referral links that are down below. If you guys want to join KuCoin or Crypto.com or Webull or anything like that, if you want to start trading stocks and anything there, feel free to do so. But again, I'm going to get out of here. Look